Lately, I've been hearing something troubling. Some people are saying the conflict with Iran isn't just about geopolitics or nuclear weapons. They believe it could lead to Armageddon, the final battle that ushers in the return of Jesus Christ. Here's an article from the Huffpost. Troops being told Trump's been anointed by Jesus to cause Armageddon in Iran. For some U.S. military commanders, the emerging war in Iran is part of a biblical plan to bring about the end of the world as we know it. According to complaints filed by over 100 service members, one non-commissioned officer reported to the MRFF, which stands for the Military Religious Freedom Foundation, that a commander told them to tell fellow troops the war in Iran was all part of God's divine plan. The commander allegedly cited the book of Revelations and the portions of that section specifically referring to Armageddon and the imminent return of Jesus Christ. Wow. But here's a serious question. Should Christians ever want war, destruction, and global devastation just to bring about the return of Jesus? Armageddon is described in the Bible as the final battle before Christ returns to establish his kingdom on the earth. It's a moment of judgment, conflict, and the ultimate defeat of evil. But it appears that people are talking about this as if it's something we should encourage or even hasten through war and destruction. That idea should deeply concern us as believers, because the mission Jesus gave us was never to force his kingdom through violence or war. Jesus never told his followers to start wars to bring about his return. Instead, he gave us a clear mission: go and make disciples of all nations. Our calling is to preach the gospel, teach the truth, and make disciples. Jesus also said this: "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." Christians should never celebrate the idea of nuclear war, death, or destruction. We should never desire the suffering of entire nations just because we're eager for prophecy to be fulfilled. I understand the desire for justice. We look at the world around us and we see the evil that exists. We see corruption and we see the suffering of so many people. And we know that one day Jesus will return to make all things right. But longing for Christ's return is very different from longing for war and destruction. Instead of hoping for judgment, we should be praying for mercy. We should be asking God for more time, more grace, more opportunities for people to repent and come to Christ. Every day that Jesus delays his return is another opportunity for souls to be saved. Yes, we as Christians believe biblical prophecy will be fulfilled, but believing we can somehow force God's timeline is arrogant and misguided. God alone is sovereign. His plans will unfold as he intends. Our role isn't to push the world towards ultimate destruction. Our role is to represent Christ in the world, to be salt and light. Jesus told us something important in Luke chapter 19, verse 13. Occupy until I come. In other words, stay busy doing the work of the kingdom. Feed the hungry. Care for the poor. Love your neighbor. Share the gospel. We are meant to be a blessing to the nations, not a people hoping for their destruction. Christians should absolutely look forward to the final return of Jesus. But We should never celebrate the idea of war, destruction, or judgment. Instead, we should pray for peace, pursue righteousness, and work faithfully until He comes. Because until that day arrives, there are still souls to reach. If this message encouraged you, like the video and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Also, subscribe to our channel for more faith-based content. And remember this, our mission isn't to bring Armageddon. Our mission is to bring the gospel, the good news of Jesus Christ, to the entire world. God bless.